Alright, good morning, boys and girls. First stretch we're going to do today, 10 jacks. Ready? 10 jacks, ready? Go! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright? We're going to do high knees. High knees, 30 seconds, ready? Go! Alright, shoulder kicks, opposite arm, opposite foot. Good job. Go lean to the right. Switch. We're going to go down the middle. Good job. Right arm across. Switch it up. Stein. Stein, can you lower this a little bit? A little bit. Go right arm back. Switch. All right. Right arm circles. Go backwards. We go left arm. Backwards. All right, keep this one backwards. And we go right forwards. So we go backwards, forwards. So it's like, it's tough, it's tough. All right, we're gonna go both backwards, both forwards. Take a seat. We're gonna go quad stretch, leg back. Lean back on this side. You should feel it right here. Yep, right here. Switch. Yep, right here, Bobby. Lean back. Now we're going to go legs together, reach. As you exhale, reach a little further. So breathe in, out, a little further. One more time, ready? In, out, touch your toes. All right, to end it, face this way. 10 push-ups on my count. Ready? Down. 1, down, 2, down, 3, down, 4, down, 5, down, 6, down, 7, down, 8, down, 9, down, 10. Good job. All right. Word of the week, communication. Communicate with your loved ones, make connections. A vital part of growing up is communication. And listening, as we went over last week with friends. Good friends listen. If you're a good communicator, you listen too. Alright? So everyone come over here by the board. We're going to go over the power shot. We're going to get into it today. Let's go, boys. One sec, I have to stop the video. Yeah, go by the board. Alright, ladies and gents. This is the last day of ping pong before break. So I want to revisit what we've already learned. We've learned the backhand push. You got backspin on the ball. We've learned the forehand push. Put backspin on the ball. We've learned the backhand drive with the forward spin and the forehand drive with the forward spin. For the push shots, remember, we have our paddle. It's flat, right? We angle 45 degrees and we brush the hair. That is for the push shots. Forehand push, push it like that. Backhand, you simply flip your wrist, flat paddle, 45-degree angle, brush the hair. Now for the drive shots, just reiterating quickly, same thing, paddle flat, right? Push it, instead of pushing 45 degrees back, 45 degrees forward. And we push. So it would be that. More velocity, more speed, right, James? All right, eyes up here. And then the backhand drive here, instead of 45 degrees this way, 45 degrees this way. Push. More speed, more velocity. So basically today, I just want to refine some of the things because last class, they had more advanced people. I saw a lot of good things. One thing I saw that you were struggling with is the power shot. Last class we did the recovery last week. Today, I want to just fix the power shots. I've seen a lot of people putting too much power, using too much of their arm, right? And hitting it far, deep off the table, no point. So what I want to do here is focus on getting that point on the power shot. There's four things to the power shot that make it very effective. One is stepping into it. You're never gonna have the greatest power shot if you never step into it. If we have our legs flat, our feet on the ground, and we're just going like this real hard, there's a big chance we're gonna mess up. So the first thing is, I want you to step into your shot. Use your legs. We use our glutes and our legs when we play ping pong. So step into it. Two, shifting the body weight. What I mean by that, shifting the body weight and rotating from the trunk, kind of the same thing here. So we're rotating from the trunk. So I'm here, it's my trunk, I'm here, and I'm rotating. And I'm shifting my body weight from my back to my front, right? So body weight's here, body weight's on my back, shift it to the front. Okay? And three is turning over the wrist. What I personally think is the biggest thing of all. Michael, up here, eyes up here. The biggest thing of all, turning over your wrist. A lot of people are just playing like it's tennis. No. So if we're rotating our torso, we're shifting our body weight, and we're stepping into it, all we need to do left is turning our wrist. Like this. Like this. Turn your wrist. Not like this. Not your arm. Not your elbow. Your wrist. Like badminton. We use the wrist a lot. Right? We snap our wrist. And in tennis, we use the arm. So here, we're using our wrist. Turn it over. Turn it over. Like this. Practice like this. Just like badminton, like you're playing badminton. So we step into it, shift our body weight, rotate our trunk, turn our wrist. Like that. And we have a side view here of how it should look. The paddle is up, right here. And we're turning it over with our wrist. Our wrist. Okay. So, let's review. We got the 6 inches. Toss on the serve. Has to be behind the table. Unlimited legs. Let me review this. If the ball hits the net, doesn't go over. That's not a let. That's a point for the other person. Ball hits the net, goes over, that's considered a let. All right. So, we reiterated what we went over last class. and we're refining the power shot. So today, let's start off. Let's get into, everyone get a partner. We're gonna work on, we're just gonna rally for now. And every couple shots, I want the partner to set up the other partner and try to work on the power shot. All right? So 1, we step into it. 2, we shift our body weight, we rotate from our torso, our trunk, here. And the last thing, most important, turning our wrist. Does everyone understand? Okay, let's do this. Ready? Break up. Let's get to it. All right, ladies and gents, I see we're doing the power shots. I want you to flip-flop now. So whoever wasn't doing the power shots, now you are doing the power shots. 3, 4 in a row, partner lobs it up. Power shot. All right, let's go. Switch it up. Come on, come on. All right, boys and girls, now we're going to do gameplay. We're going to go games to 5. If you lose, spray your paddle, give it to the next person. I like what I'm seeing so far. Everyone remember last class we did recovery, right? You make a save, you recover with your paddle up. I want to see that. I want to keep seeing that. All right, and let's implement this power shot into our gameplay now. Remember, you step into it, your torso, rotation, turn over your wrist. All right, let's go, boys and girls. All right, throughout this ping pong unit, we've learned a lot of valuable information. We learned the 4 shots, what type of spin they put on the ball, how they're effective, when we use them, why we use them. We learned how to implement a power shot. We learned how to save the ball and get back into recovery position with our paddle up. We learned ping pong's an Olympic sport. We learned that it uses our glutes, our legs. We learned a lot of stuff. So I hope you guys all soak that in. Now I ask you to grab your paper and your pen, and we're going to write down 3 questions before we leave this unit. 1, put your name on the top of the paper. All right, number 1, I'm going to read it to you in case you can't see. Number 1, I want you to rate yourself, put down a number, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, you didn't like it, and 5, you absolutely loved it. How did you feel about the ping pong unit? 1 being hate, 5 being love. And explain why you feel that way. Still, connected to question number 1, would you want to do this unit again for the future? So me and my colleague and my co-workers know we should do this unit again. So that's 1. Once again, how did you feel about the ping pong unit? Rate yourself 1 to 5. Explain why. Second part of the question, would you want to do it again? Put your pens down when you're done with number 1. Hey, Stein, no talking right now. No talking. It's all right. All right, everyone's done. Number 2, I want you to evaluate yourself throughout the unit. How do you feel you've performed individually in ping pong, and why? Evaluate yourself 1 through 5. 1 meaning you didn't put in a lot of effort, you didn't care, you didn't work on the shots, you didn't learn much. 5 being you feel very strong about all your shots, about your cognitive ability in ping pong. You know what the shots are and when to implement them. You know the rules of the game. That would be 5. So once again, evaluate yourself throughout the unit. How how do you feel you've performed and why? Now, second part to the question, if you have a 1, 2, or 3, on the lower side of it, I want you to, what do you need to do to improve that? Whether it was simply focusing, concentration. Concentration is skill that can be learned, as we learned from Mr. Hanna's health class. Concentration can be learned. So was it simply focusing that you needed to do more of, or you really needed to work on your game? You needed to put more time into the shots. Because I think what a lot of you was focus. So we evaluated ourselves 1 through 5. How do we feel we did throughout the unit? Individual performance and why? What do we need to do to improve? And what are our strengths? What do we feel we did that was good, that was positive? Why do we feel we're great at ping pong? If you put the 4 and 5, tell me what your strengths are and why. When you're done, put your pens down. If you have any questions, raise your hand. So these first 2 questions are affective questions. I'm trying to figure out how you feel about your individual performance, about the unit in general, trying to bring things together. Number 3, it's more of a thinking question, cognitive. This is what I want for number 3. I want you to write down the 4 different shots, no talking, no cheating. Write down the 4 different shots. What spin does the ball have when we perform those shots? There's 4 of them. Right? 2 of them start with backhand and 2 of them start with forehand. Those are your hints. So write down the 4 shots. What type of spin the ball has on them when we perform these shots. And the last part to number 3, list at least 2 rules of the serve. List at least 2 rules of the serve. There's about 5, maybe 6 rules that we taught you. You need me to give you one? No, I'd be giving away an answer. So give me 2 rules of the serve. Once again, number 3, write down the 4 different shots, what spins these shots create, and list 2 rules of the serve. If you want to give me more, bonus points for you. So going over real quick, everyone's pens down. First one was, how did you feel about it? Me personally, I loved it. Loved ping pong, loved the unit. Helped us spread out with COVID. I thought it was really fun. Brought back my love for table tennis. 2, how do you feel you did throughout this unit? Individual performance. What do you need to improve? What do you need to do? What are your strengths? Me, I will rate myself a 4. A 4. Because I came in here never using my backhand. I would come here using my forehand. And now I'm implementing my backhand push shots, my backhand drive shots. I'm serving the correct way. I've done a lot of improvement over the last couple weeks. My strengths, I would say one of my strengths is what we learned today, the power shot. I'm really good at turning over my wrist, rotating from my trunk, putting my force into it, right? 3, the 4 shots, pens down. I don't want to see anyone writing. These are the 4 shots. The backhand drive, forward spin on the ball. The backhand push, no writing, pens down. The backhand push, back spin on it, we brush. The forehand drive, paddle down, forward spin, and the backhand drive. I mean, the forehand push, I'm sorry. That's the back spin, right. And 2 rules of the serve. I'll go over a bunch of them now. Put any of these, it counts. 1, the ball must bounce on your side and that side to count. Another rule, the ball must be tossed 6 inches. Another rule, the ball must always be visible. Another rule, the ball must be contacted behind the table. Right? What's another rule? Another rule, anyone? Am I forgetting something? Yes. Good job. Good job, Max. Yes. Unlimited lets. That's a rule too. Unlimited lets. You could have wrote that a let is when it hits the net and then lands on the other side. If you just serve it into the net, that's not a let. That's a point for the other person. Right. So, that's our ping pong unit. I ask you, if before you leave, bring your papers to the front. Let's put them in a nice pile. We're going to go one row at a time. This row first, when I say go. Then this row, then this row, and then this row. Don't get up until that whole row has put their papers down. I hope you all enjoyed this unit, because I sure did. And I hope you all have a great break. Have a good Easter. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you.
Yeah, baby! Woohoo!
Did you put that on there?
No.